Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ginja Ninja Podcast, Episode 2. I'm here with my guest, Jax McCauley. Jax, how you doing today?
Good. How are you doing? Thank you
Good,
for
man.
having
Yeah,
me, man.
of course, man. So, Jax, I've known you since 6th grade, man. I've known you for a while.
You're a great friend, man.
Thank you. And we've played hockey together since probably 8th grade. And that's kind of our, I wouldn't say topic, but hockey's been part of our lives for a while.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's one of the things is, it's been a long time. It's kind of the big thing. We both tried out for the same hockey team.
Yep.
Both got cut.
Yep.
That was fun.
Those guys were good.
They were, man. And so our first kind of topic of discussion today is I'm going to show you it today. Well, no. See if it works out. It won't work. That's just great. Oh, we have to move off of that. So one thing I want to tell you is this one. The 20 worst NHL jerseys of all time. So we're going to do actually the top 10, the first 10, and kind of save the next. So let's kind of move on. So this is the first one, the 1995-97 Vancouver Canucks.
Jersey.
Yeah, so
Yes.
for you those that don't know hockey, I do recommend you watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Great sport.
Great sport. So this is what it looks like. So what do you think about this jersey?
You know, it's too bright to me. You know, the colors are way too bright. You know, it honestly looks like the guy's on fire. I mean, I'm really.
I don't
not a
like
fan
the
of it.
little, if you can see here, the little fade
Yeah, I
that
agree.
we have. I
Yep.
don't really like that. And I don't know if that's like a key. That's just not how I like it.
I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah, it's just not good. It's the third jersey. And here's the 2011 Ottawa Sens.
Senators.
I wouldn't say this is a bad one. I
Yeah,
can
I
see
agree.
I can see how it's bad though because they don't like the Sens and the little.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say put this as a white, kind of the white.
You know, I'm honestly a fan of the shoulder part of the jersey.
The shoulders, yeah, I like
mean,
that, and I like the.
I'm a fan of the colors too. It's
Yeah, I
just
like the color
on
scheme.
Just the logo, on the main part of the jersey.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just boring.
yeah.
I mean, that's why it's ranked up here.
All right, the 2009-2011 Ottawa, not the Ottawa Senators. This is the 1997-98 Calgary Flames thirds. This one got a lot of flack,
Oh,
and I can see why.
I don't like it at all. I'm
Because the Flames, when you think of the Flames, you don't think of a horse. You don't.
exactly
The Calgary
you know,
Flames. If
and-
anyone knows sports and knows hockey, the Flames are not a horse.
No, I mean you have the horse like blowing out, fire from its nose. I mean,
it
just
doesn't.
look good.
It doesn't represent the team.
On the Flames with the sea and the fire, I mean,
Yeah, it's
I-
just-
I think it's a great jersey.
Oh yeah, I like
on
that
their
one
jerseys
too.
now. But,
Yeah.
Back then, terrible.
And then these are the 2001 All-Star Game ones. So those are atrocious for me.
It looks like a practice jersey to me.
It really does. To me, that's what I'm
it's
saying. It looks
awful.
like a practice. It looks like something we wore when we were practicing.
Oh,
Like
I
this is
agree.
like one of our practice jerseys. Like when you're doing line changes, and that's what we did.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah,
at
me
all.
neither. All right, so now the 2001 All-Star Game. So now these ones I like.
Kovalchuk.
These are the 2003, 2007. The Thrashers. So the Atlanta Thrashers, for those of you that don't know, the Atlanta Thrashers are now the Winnipeg Jets.
They moved from Atlanta. to there.
Yep. I like these actually. I like the
I
baby.
agree.
I like the baby blue color scheme. I don't agree with the
I
website.
agree.
Sports Illustrated's.
I agree.
Only thing is, I think it would be better if they switched the dark navy on the sleeves and changed the baby blue to that.
I agree. I'm really a fan of the logo on the chest. I mean, yeah,
Oh,
on
the logo is
chest.
iconic.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. And I'm also not a fan that the Thrashers moved from Atlanta to.
Oh, I hated that. I
Winnipeg.
hate that. Yeah.
I think they should still be in Atlanta, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know,
Ooh, these I don't know. I have a gripe with. I have a definite gripe with these.
Nashville.
The Nashville Predators mustard color.
Yeah, just.
Look at the cat. The thing is, I wanted to point out to you was the cat.
Mm-hmm.
The cat looks like a dopey cat.
I agree.
It looks like it
It's
smoked
just
a lot.
It's just not a good cat, in my
No,
opinion.
it's like a 4-year-old drawn and like they had submissions and then you go, hey, what do you think about this? I kind of like it. It looks like a cat that's been sleep deprived for about 12 years.
I mean, its eyes are barely open if you look
I know.
closely. I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
On the
but
cat they have right now, I mean, fits it
Oh,
perfectly.
yeah, I like
It's more
that.
of like a sideways look on the jersey instead
Yeah.
of like a straight look. But
So then our next kind of one of the last ones we want to talk about, this one. So now there's a little story behind this. So comic book editor Todd McFarlane, he was asked to create a logo for the Edmonton Oilers third jerseys. This is what he came up with. I wouldn't have said. I would have said don't ask a comic book guy to do it because
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna get.
I mean,
it's not bad. Like then it was probably bad.
I mean,
Now it's revered.
I mean, it looks like it's a rock or something like on his chest. Like,
Yeah, like
I
it's
just don't-
turning. Like it's turning into a rock as it's.
I agree. It doesn't fit good with it. You know.
Yeah, like
you
you're
know,
trying to create the oil.
If you look at his helmet, you know, that's their logo now. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a really cool logo in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, it fits it perfectly.
Exactly. All right, then let's see. Ooh, yeah, these ones I didn't like. The 2017, 2018 All-Star jerseys. There's a reason I didn't like these. It's not because of the way they look. It's because of the logo. If you can, kind of hard to see the logo, but you can see the logo. It's silver.
Mhm.
That's not good.
See, you know,
And it looks like the Oregon Ducks
yeah.
jerseys from like 3 years ago.
See, Matthew, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. I mean,
Really?
I think these jerseys look really cool in my opinion.
Really?
I really like I mean, I'm a big silver guy because
I get
you
it.
know it's our school color
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But you know, I really like silver on sports uniforms.
I like the silver on the black jersey. I'm talking about the white jersey. I don't like it on the white jersey.
I mean,
I said the black jersey looks better.
I agree, but you know the silver on the white, you know, looks pretty good.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I agree with you saying
Yeah.
the silver on the black looks better. But I'm really a fan of the green outline.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like
really
the green. I'll
that
give you that
on
one.
both of them too.
All right, the Islanders jerseys. These are the 2011, 2014 third jerseys. Now, I like them. I like them, but the thing is, the only problem is they're gray. Don't like the gray.
I think if they stick with the black
I would have
and
sticking
the,
with
and the orange on the whole jersey, I think it looks really good. But
Yeah.
you know,
What for the gray? Would you substitute the blue for the gray or just?
I think maybe you keep it black there. I mean,
I see.
I really, you know, I'm just not a fan of the gray. I like the side logo. On, on
I like the
John,
logo.
Tavares' shoulder. Really like that.
He
but,
does not play for them anymore.
Exactly.
He's
yeah.
the snake.
Yeah, I mean, but there's backstory to that. Toronto's his hometown.
Yeah, I can see. And they offered. They didn't. So let's see. These. Okay, so this is gonna be our last one before we move on.
Uh-huh.
These ones, I don't like.
I agree.
I don't. So they're the Los Angeles Kings.
Yep.
I like this logo kind of off to the side right here.
I agree. On the shoulder patch.
The shoulder patch, that's the good logo.
But you know.
Or at least the crown from the old '60s teams. I would have picked that.
I agree.
With the new, this right here, the little stripe, does not look good.
But
the logo. Look at the logo. This looks like a king that looks like he's about to raid and pillage everything.
I mean, it honestly looks like a little kid, you know, drew like a king for a school project. I mean,
he's like,
I think
this king looks good.
I mean, on the crown, like
he has his mom help him or something.
Exactly. It's horrible.
Jeez, man. All right, so then that's kind of gonna move into our next subject, Vandergriff Football. You guys are 3-0.
Mhm.
You guys completely dominated
Cedar Ridge.
And this was a team you weren't really expecting to beat. Now you beat them last year, but you barely did. Kind of come back in the fourth.
Yep.
This year was completely different story.
Oh yeah, for
you
sure.
guys were dominated from the first quarter to the fourth quarter.
Yep.
That was for me. It was so cool how you guys really flipped the script.
You know, our defense is just
And-
playing at a high level right now. You know,
and that's what I was talking about. Is we see you here. Your number 21 is kind of highlighted for you. I'm gonna play the clip real quick, and it's so interesting for me because it's like you're, as a player, like you're just such a good like. The way you find the field right here is just that was a horrible punt. I mean, it was a good block, but
yeah, you know,
the way
we
you
actually
found.
drew that punt up all week. You know, it was like an adjustment that we made, and it paid off for us.
And I can already tell you what this guy's already gonna get just rocked. I mean,
yeah, you know, that's just a basic speed rush right there. You know, by me and JJ coming off the edge. Our job is to play quarterback there.
yeah.
And you know, me and JJ did a pretty good job there.
And I like where you're here on this play. Some one of my favorite plays in particular, how you kind of ran him down. You didn't give up on the play, and that's what I really like. And another play is like this, how what you guys did was you guys just absolutely swarmed them. And that's one of the things you guys were really good at. Is you guys are good at swarming, tag teaming, double teaming, all that. And that's kind of what one of the key. Key factors was
Absolutely.
you guys, and we see years previous in Vandergriff Football, we saw a lot of offensive first mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on, so listen to this.
Please be aware that there is a system issue going on with our sprinkler system, and there could
Really?
be an activation of the sprinklers by a fault in the 1600 area.
Anyway, so
If you're in the classroom in the 1600 area,
like I was saying, it's kind of playing off this. You guys had that offense first mentality, and it just seemed to have you had the defense part was their big key. I like that.
Yep.
You've got to transition to that. Okay, offense first, defense wasn't a problem because we saw the point differential from y'all go down. You've allowed less points than we've ever seen.
Yeah, it goes back to what you're saying. Vandegrift's had a history before of having, we're offense first. We want a running back. We want a big receiver to throw the ball to. And that was, Vandegrift 4 to 5 years ago. And our defense, was good, but they made a couple of mistakes, because they were young on defense.
Exactly, and now we have a more experienced defense.
I agree.
Yes, last year we lost some of the seniors, but we saw guys like Harry, you, a lot of the guys pick up slack. JJ especially pick up some slack.
Well, it also goes back, to our young guys too. I mean, if you watch in the film, you have number 11, Caleb Lewis. I mean, he's a junior. I mean, the guy.
And last year
he's
on JVA he looked so good.
Oh,
and I was thinking to myself, why isn't he on varsity this year? And tying into that, it's like you guys have just when you look at previous years, you look at games versus Cedar Park, 3 years prior.
Yep.
Even a win was like 21-20. It was close.
Yeah, Cedar Park just had our number for many years because we just we played them tough every year and we just couldn't get over the hump. In these past 2 years, we've just physically gotten after them.
And now when you look at points last year, 10-0, in most of the games, some of them were close, but when you look at the way you played, most teams were outplayed by y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, they got off to an early lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then your defense stepped up, steamrolls them throughout, the next 3 quarters.
Yep.
And that's the biggest key. I wanted to kind of tell you is like that's the biggest key has been your offensive. I like how Coach Sanders has found a balance between the offensive aggressiveness and the defensive mentality.
Yep. And just like before, he, we were really, I thought, really focused on having just one really good thing, and have like a good, like in the past. What I'm saying is, we were really focused about one side of the ball. I feel
exactly, yeah.
And then now it's like we have a balance of both, and we're both, really good. Instead of before, we had a really good offense, but a not so great defense. This year it's balanced. We're both just really good on both sides of the ball, and that's
and that kind of gets me to like kind of like awesome cool part here is this tackle right here, how you kind of just drove him and you were like, you kind of forced him to make a play, and I like this play right here because this punt or this is how you got. It seemed like they were going for a fake punt. So, and the fact that if you look back, this guy right here didn't really make a good effort. This guy thought it was a punt. That was kind of the funny thing I found. He was like, and I find that funny because a lot of them don't understand.
And this is,
This is JJ, and you guys just absolutely taking him down. He got some good yards, but you just forced him out of bounds, and kind of a little head and shoulder.
Yeah, it was like
to
a
the
hockey
helmet.
check right there.
Exactly.
A hockey check.
When you play, do you actually think about like giving a guy a hockey check when he runs up the field? Like, do you think
I
I'm gonna throw this guy
really,
into the sidelines?
I really don't think about it, but I think about throwing a shoulder like in hockey. Driving the feet like in hockey. You drive your feet on a check too. You
exactly.
hit them and you run them into the boards.
Exactly. Yeah.
Football, it's the same thing. You run your feet. You're always hustling like in hockey. I mean, hockey and football. A lot of people don't realize. It's pretty similar.
Oh yeah, I know.
A lot of people will be like. Hockey and lacrosse, which is similar, but, people don't realize, hockey and football are kind of similar.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I mean, except it's not on ice, of course, but,
yeah.
hitting guys, constantly running. I mean, Yeah, that's hockey.
Yeah, and that's
And football. I mean.
yeah. So my next thing is, so you guys are playing exactly, who are you playing next?
Hendrickson Friday night
So
home
is
game.
this a game you guys are expected to win, kind of?
We are expected to win.
But the thing is, we talked about this last year, how you guys were expected to win. Then we saw some errors, but then you came back. This is a game I can tell Coach Sanders wants you guys full force out of the gate.
Absolutely.
Right out of the gate.
Absolutely, and we really don't want to fall into the trap. A lot of teams will fall into the trap. They'll beat a really solid team like Cedar Ridge, and then
they'll get mentally soft. Not mentally soft, just get soft. Kind of like, oh yeah, look at us, we just won.
Exactly.
We just beat these guys.
And
we
then,
can relax.
And then they come into, a team like Hendrickson, who is honestly, having a little bit of a down season. I agree they're having a little down season, but they have guys that could score like that.
I will, and that's where if the defense, kind of relaxes. I know you guys don't want to, but if you guys do,
and
they could easily go 20 yards, 50 yards, and easy touchdown.
I mean, on their quarterback, can do that
on everything.
They got 2 wide receivers who are really good. They got a big tight end, and their running back's a bulldozer. I mean, the guy's a big, strong guy. They can.
And last year we saw the film. It took almost all the entire defense to take him down.
Yeah, he's actually a junior, the new guy. But last year, they had a big back. They bring in a little bit, some speedsters.
Yeah.
But Hendrickson's a team that I honestly think they are one of the best athletic teams in the district.
Exactly.
If you think about it, I mean, they got
and
speed,
and their core
everywhere.
is young.
Oh yeah.
So they got a lot of sophomores for juniors and freshmen, and so if as Hendrickson, they're kind of gonna be like, okay, let's let them grow, let's let them get that chemistry where you guys have played together all 4 years, whereas they're introducing new kids.
Yep.
My thought process is just be ready, just kind of.
Yep.
So how do you mentally prepare for this stuff? Like after facing a tough team, how do you come into this game going, okay, we need to be ready?
Well, it all starts, with practice and film. I mean, every day, we're watching film before practice. We're practicing, Hendrickson's plays on defense.
Exactly, yeah.
We're
what to expect, all that.
And we're practicing with a lot of energy too. A lot of guys are like, oh, it's practice. Oh, here we go. It's practice.
But a lot of people do that. But you guys, Coach Sanders is like making it fun, going, guys, let's go. If we're not ready,
he's very big on that.
Exactly.
He says it every day in team meetings. He says, guys, practice. For seniors. I mean, he's right about this. He says, it's almost the midpoint of the season.
Seniors need to lead, and they need to get everyone together.
I agree.
He's reiterated this from day one, is for everyone to get together and have that family mentality. Everyone's a family here.
Yeah, and that's why he's done very well as a coach here. He implements a brotherhood, family type atmosphere into our program. And you see it all the time. With other coaches. Hard-nosed, strict, like yell at players constantly.
And that's the same thing we had as when we played hockey.
Yeah.
Is we had that brotherhood type when we went on tournaments and everything. We played together as a unit.
Exactly.
He wants one guy to play like 5 instead of 5 playing like 1.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the same mentality you guys have in football. You want one guy to play as 11 instead of 11 playing as 1.
Exactly. And as I'm gonna go back to the types of coaches. A lot of coaches implement a culture where they just yell.
Yeah.
They do all this stuff. I mean, and you see it work sometimes. Because a couple players are scared to mess up. They're like, oh, I can't mess up here.
Yeah.
But a great coach to me is a guy who gets on them. But you see guys who are crazy coaches, but their players respect them.
One of the craziest things I've ever seen in a coach is one coach. So the players. And I've seen this in football. Some of the players absolutely hated each other. They didn't want to speak to each other. But one thing I figured out was what coaches like to do, Sanders or any of the coaches like to do, is they like to make them the enemy. So instead, while they're the enemy, the two kids that are fighting don't think about each other. Now they're friends. And that's one of the coolest systems I've ever seen being implemented into a school football team.
Absolutely. For sure.
And this just, so yeah, but Jax, thank you for joining me, man. And good luck, football guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please check out Jax on Huddle. If you guys have a Huddle account, check them out. Make sure to come down to the Vandegrift football game, 7:30.
Yeah, we need everyone there.
Exactly, 7:30 at Monroe Stadium. But like I said, and make sure to check out other VTV shows. But Jax, again, thank you for coming on here.
Anytime, Matthew. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Hey, guys.